Alright, we are back again for another grinding season over here with what do you call this? Again, World Flipper. Yeah. So right now I'm just doing some uh 3 account grind on the win element. Basically the purpose of having 3 accounts is basically we need 2 accounts to host infinitely to help your main account to get uh more farming on the bosses, you know. And with this trick, you will possibly have. Yeah, one of the reason I created it is because um the first time when I heard about a Southeast Asian server, it's gonna be dead. A lot of them has already go to like migrated to like US server, or some of them even went to Korean server. Because of the censorship thing, and then this will leave the what do you call that? The Southeast Asia server, the C server, to become empty, right? So I was wondering, maybe that's the case. Then might have problems getting multiplayer co-ops and all those things to run, right? So, which is why I was thinking, why not we just make like an extra account for us to help ourselves in the what do you call that? The multiplayer side, right? If there's anything needed, you can just boot up your alt, your sub account or whatever you want to call them. But for me, I will always call them main as well. There is a reason for this is because, as we know that. Okay, yeah, now I just found out that all of them. Wait, okay. So the purpose is just to cover up the lack of players on Southeast Asia section. Yeah, of course I have a lot of like maybe around 4 to 5 friends that are playing this game as well, right? But there are times where really know when our friend will start to thinking of game. Hey, we have enough of this game. We are going to quit the game and we are going to play another one, something like that, right? So maybe if we are doing like something like this, then we might able to compensate ourselves, help it out uh, in a way, right? And another one is that, yeah, of course, I would say that 3 of this account is considered my main is because if you are handling multiple accounts, especially in gacha games, you will always find out that you will have some problem in identity crisis, in a way where I think sometimes some of your accounts will have better roles. Maybe your sub account will have better roles, will have better character from gacha, and your main account just basically sucks, you know. And if that happens like very frequently, then you can see that suddenly your main account has changed. Your previous sub account is going to be labeled as your main account from now on. So this is going to be very funny. So I wouldn't want to say which one of it is going to be my main and which one of it is going to be my sub, right? The game is very early yet. We only have 1 banner now. There is no event yet. But I would say that it's a very good time right now for you to just train up and ready all your characters and all your teams, just in case when the event comes, when the event hits, you have prepared in terms of leveling your characters and everyone, you know. That's what I that's what I'm doing right now. You know, we don't really know. Although we can get some information about when is the next event and what is related with the next event in terms of what kind of element uh, the next event will have in advantage in this case. So we can actually get that. But in my opinion, since we don't have a lot of things to do right now, why not just try to level up and try to assemble your team as much as possible, as much as you can, right? It's better to just try to do like all elements, all colors, you know, just to make sure that you won't have any issue as well on the future. That's how basically I would treat or go for the uh gacha game system in this case. So basically, yeah, nothing much about this game yet. We don't see any roadmap or anything like that for the global version, but a lot of people will be expecting that the global version will be following the Japanese version's roadmap in a way, right? We believe that a lot of companies are kind of like very lazy, and I don't see Kakao Game is going to be any exception for this. Since after the first day launch, we have saw a lot of communication problems, and this shows that how I don't have confidence with Kakao Games yet until now, to be honest. So we are not sure when we are going to get a new event, and we don't receive any communication yet. I guess I never seen any update yet. Uh, so maybe next week we can see something, but definitely I can see a lot of players started to complain that there is not much content that is available for the game. But actually I can see like there are quite a lot of content that you can do. For instance, if you are going to farm the boss, why not just try to clear all the list that the boss items that is available in the boss, like all the upgrade materials for the mana board. Not only getting the weapons, you can get all the other materials as well, right? For the mana board. And then if you want to more if you want to farm more extremely, you can like maybe go for the owl farming. If I'm not mistaken, you might need 10 copies of the owl, and including the 1 copies that you have, you might need like around 11 copies of the owl, unless you want to spend your 3-star gem uncapped on the owl, which is a 2-star character. It's up to you. There is like no ruling saying that you can't do that, you know. So far, I think fire element is kind of fun as well. You can see a lot of multi balls that are flying around across the map, and they certainly help a lot, especially for this boss that you really need to break a lot of the breakpoints and, you know, all those things. I think it helps a lot in this case. There's nothing impressive for my fire team. I would say that they are kind of weak.